Well, thank you very much, Ben, and Mohammed, and what a fantastic session we have been on, and thank you very much, Rashmi and Smita, for giving us an opportunity to be a part of this discussion and this elite group of people. And we are really excited about this forthcoming discussion. What we are having is a panel, and who else could be on this panel to talk about work ethics and momentum? So that means, as you guys know, in Australia, these guys are creating that buzz and the momentum. And we will now listen from these shiny, glittery couples here. And we know that it's very early in the morning in Australia, and they are here to share the wisdom and knowledge. So just to give a bit of a background of ourselves, and we'll ask other people as well just to introduce, and then we'll get right away onto the topic. So we are Som and Mansi. I have a background in IT and accounting, and very, very excited about this business. Personally sponsored and mentored by Rashmi and Smita.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mansi. My background is in finance. So, yes, very excited to host this amazing panel of emeralds. And thank you so much, Rashmi and Smita, for giving us this opportunity.
Okay, so we'll get all the eminent couples to introduce themselves. So we'll pass first. I will start with Pradeep and Alicia, just to give very brief background.
Hey everyone, hey global team. We are Pradeep and Alicia coming at you from live from Australia. By background, accountant, and my wife Alicia is a registered nurse. We're super excited building the business.
Over to you, Santosh and Jyoti.
Hi everyone, we are Santosh and Jyoti. We are from Sydney, Australia. By profession, as a nurse educator.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Santosh. I work as a business analyst.
Yeah, Rukesh and Junu.
Hello, Global team. We are Rukesh and Junu, and we are building this business with our little son, Ekans. And by profession, I'm a registered nurse. Rukesh has a background of engineering. And we are super excited for the growth happening. And we are part of amazing line of sponsorship of Upline Emerald, Santosh, Jyoti, Pradeep, Alicia, Samir, Jasmine, and definitely Som and Mansi, and all the way up to mega mentors, Rasmi and Smita, Jyoti, Prakash.
Wow, thank you so much, all. So we'll get into the topics. There are topics have been chosen based on the sequence of upline and downline, but we making it a bit of an interactive. And we'll first, Mansi, you wanted to?
Yeah, so we'll start with Santosh and Jyoti. So in our business, we have two aspects. One is networking, and the other one is volume creation. So if you can just throw some light on what are the different kinds of networking and volume activities that you do to grow your business, like the DTMs, MGs, and SAM sessions to health analysis, stuff like that, to grow your volume. So if you can throw some light on that.
Sure. Thank you so much, Som and Mansi. And thank you, Rasmi, Smita, and all the leadership for giving us this opportunity to speak for the Go 650 leadership. So there are, as we know, that we've chosen network marketing. So expanding our network is one of the key components. For us, there are three different kind of lists. Somebody who has just started the business. We have friends and families that we know, somebody we love. We've divided the list into three parts: A, B list, and C list. So A list is somebody who we are very close with, our friends, our immediate families, someone who can come to our place, and we have a lot of trust with them. We know they know who we are, and we know who they are, and we can just easily work with them or go to their place. Whereas B list is someone who we work with or we go to university with. So these are the primary people that we start sharing our business ideas with when we get started in the business.
Yeah, and then when we do have a limited number of A and B lists, so we move to the C list. Before starting the business, I was kind of introvert person, so I couldn't talk to people and all that. So I actually built that kind of skill set to connect to people and talk to people and get the numbers, do the contacts and all that. Now I can easily, when I go out, I can easily talk to people and get the numbers and all that. And so to actually to the DTM stage and Masawa stage. So after that, when you actually do the DTM and Masawa, and then we can easily do the process where actually we actually run meet and greet 1, 2, and board plan and follow up 2, and then we move on from there. So that is the networking kind of event we do to create a kind of network and then build the bigger businesses.
Yep, absolutely. The whole purpose for us to start building network is so that we can work with quality people. But at the same time, we also know that we need to create volume so that we can grow our revenue. And there are different ways. One of the ways definitely growing our network, but also the other way is through retail component of the business. And how we do that is by running skin analysis session, running health information session, or what we call as ham session. We also give out gift. Gaurav Sapna very beautifully mentioned about giving out gifts and ensuring that what we use in our household, when people come to our place, we always offer them our business products only. So this way, when people consume it, they like it, they order products. So we have a lot of clients or a lot of consumers outside the business that helps us to generate volume as well. And we teach the same to our downlines as well. We run a lot of SAM and ham sessions, group SAM sessions to ensure that the volume component is covered.
And at this stage, we do have a bigger client volume already, say reoccurring clients. They actually once in a while, they order the products, whatever they have used from the very long period of time. So we can get text message, just I need this and that. So it's like a very easier process if we build that pipeline and of client base. So we're done, and over to Som and Mansi.
Well, thank you very much, Santosh and Jyoti. That was a very good pointer. Sam and ham for retail activities. That's wonderful. It rhymes well as well. So we are now going to move into some, the detailed and some in-depth topic now. That's where as you know, Pradeep and Alisha, they have built humongous organization now, and so we'll talk about now. How do they work? I mean, what kind of a work is involved when you are building your depth, and also at the same time, we discussed earlier as well about putting your width and personal activities. What you need to do? What exactly the activities? How are they split up, Pradeep and Alisha? And how do you build an organization at the same time you are focusing on your own personal momentum and personal activities as well? So can you please share some lights on it?
Sure. Thank you, Som and Mansi. Hi to everybody overseas. We are extremely humbled and privileged to be part of this leadership, and thankful to all the global leadership team for giving us this opportunity. Coming back to your question, Som and Mansi, I think the first thing we really do is help our downlines go width and depth. Because, since we started the business, we've always been hard workers in the business. We didn't shy away from actually doing the work. And but for a few years after we finished our platinum, we thought that, the people we're working with, especially our performers in the business, is going to take charge and rise up themselves. That was a misconception we had. And we lost a couple of years in that. But soon we realized that mindset is not going to take us far. We had to change that mindset. And we know today that building this business is a total mentality. If you have all the techniques right, but wrong mentality, you are 100% going to lose it. So we had to go, in people's depth, in our legs depth, and work, keeping our emerald pin aside, or whatever pin we had, even when we were found as platinum and sapphires, keeping everything aside, keeping our ego aside, sit down with them and work their depth, whether we liked it or not. A lot of times when we are platinums and above pins, we have this kind of mindset that, oh, I like to work with this downline, I don't want to work with this downline. You cannot do that if you want to have a humongous business, if you want to go emerald and beyond. And we realized that, so we had to change a lot of our thinking. So, Mansi, I think we did a lot of Pradeep and me, we had to sit down and review our game plans, our strategy sessions. We had to figure out, especially from platinum to emerald journey was like planning and thinking a lot about our groups, about the people we're actually working with, why this was happening, why this was not happening. So it was a lot about those things where we had to change stuffs, And for me and Pradeep, I think we we apply this in our own team, and we teach everybody in the team wherever we're working, or that, for us, the biggest no in the business is we teach them that we don't say to our team that I'm just working you one leg. Your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth is your responsibility. We never say that, because we know that, if we have brought people in the business, if we have given them, signed them up in the business, it is our responsibility. If you look at from a bigger eagle's point of view, even their 3, 4, and 5 leg is our responsibility. If they need help, whether it is in their width, whether it is in their second, third, fourth leg, if they need help, somehow the legs are not taking them seriously, maybe the guy is already a performer, they can do the activities by themselves, but if they are not taking them seriously, we would like to, we go and sit down with them, whether it is giving phone calls, whether it's like sending messages, we do that, and we have no questions, about whether we should do it or not. So simple, I think, mindset shift in us that transformed our business in last 4 years is that, we stopped doing business with our people and started doing life with them. And the second thing is that, as you said, personal width and depth, what we actually do. Honestly, I think simple observation we've had in the last 10 years of us building the business is, to be honest with you guys, most of us are not good at this. And I was so bad at this. When I, spoke to people about my business, initially, this was probably just before Platinum, and even maybe after Platinum as well, I was like one of those tigers who was looking for its prey. And I'm an extreme choleric personality. I had no people skills. So I'll just go and talk to people and then tell them that, no people skills. You can imagine how I was, So I was so bad at it. So I had to change a lot of stuff. How I changed, I think I read a lot of books. I used to stand behind crossline leaders, because of course Rashmi and Smita is overseas, and whenever they come, I used to ask them questions. I used to stand behind crossline leaders in workshops, listen to them, how they're interacting with different candidates. They observe the body languages. So I had to change a lot of those stuff. And one thing that I really work hard on, even today, is relating better with people every day. Because we work with different kinds of people, with different backgrounds, different age groups. And sometimes we forget that, when me and Pradeep got started in our 20s, we forget how we used to be like in our 20s. Today we are 30s and we have a 3 years old. We forget, we think that, even this 18 years should think like a 25, which is not right? So we do that. Just to give you an example, just a couple of weeks ago, we connected with a couple through Pradeep's parents back home. And then this couple was actually far, far away, I think cousins or something of Pradeep. And we met them first time in our life, and we had to invite them in our house. We sat down with them, we had a cup of coffee and stuff, but something in them did not really excite us. Something didn't click. And, after a couple of hours spending with them, we didn't speak to them anything about the business. Okay, because we asked ourselves, do I like them? Do they impress me? Are they the right fit to be in my team? And the answer was no. And we didn't talk to them about the business. But if it was the previous, 6, 7 years ago, Alicia, I would definitely talk to them. I wouldn't look at the quality of people, I would just go and talk to them.
Yeah. So a couple of pointers, guys. Okay, look, in this business, we always say leading by example, right? So let's say, if I'm at 650 myself and teaching my team to go 650, then basically I'm doing a bookish talk. But let's say if I'm 650 by myself and I can tell them exactly what's need to be done to get to the 650 part. Okay. Second point, okay, making new connections, okay, should be in our subconscious mind. Okay. When we go out and meet people, the connections should be happening automatically. But until and unless this happens, we need to practice a lot. And that might take some time. For some people, it might take years. For me, it took years as well. So today, when I go out and when we go out, we are meeting people every day. So I don't go with the mindset that I have to make that certain number of connections today. When I meet people, if I like them, if the connection goes well, I get the numbers exchange or some kind of exchange, right? So number 3, going out and breaking the new 3% and 6% in width will always keep you engaged in the business. Okay. And also gain the respect respect from the team. Okay, look, the place where we are working, we are always in the joker phase, but when we are breaking pins in the weed, okay, this will give us a place where we can come to the edifier phase. Okay, so another tool is Dito that we call in the US, right? In Australia, we call it AutoSit. Learning how to leverage it, firstly doing it ourselves. If I'm leveraging this Dito tool by myself, then I know the benefits. I know everything about it. So then using ourselves and helping team to do the same. Okay. Another pointer, doing the regular beauty breaks and the health sessions. Okay. This is extremely important. Okay. And when doing this, one of the important thing that we have learned so far in the business is expecting team to do activities is one of the biggest roadblock that we have seen in this business. Okay. Rather than expecting team to do it, why don't you take a lead and do the activities? Performers will always rise by themselves. This is the best thing that we have learned. Okay. Another tool that we have seen in this business is the coaching and mentorship, guys. Okay. It is one of the biggest, one of the massive tool in our business. The goal is to learn how to leverage this tool. Goal is to learn how to leverage around the, how to take benefits of coaching and mentorship. If it is not for coaching and mentorship today, we wouldn't be in the business today. Okay. Since it is available for free, sometimes we tend to take it so lightly that the amount of time our coaches and mentors has given us, we can't put a price tag to it. Okay. So a couple of pointers on the wrapping notes, guys here. Okay. On the journey from our platinum to emerald, or immediately from our emerald to the founders emerald, the role has changed in almost every leg. In some of the bigger legs like Santosh Jyoti's legs. So in those bigger legs, so our role is not more coaching. It's our role is to find find the next leader who is going to start this platinum qualification, and see how we can have that 2 minute talk whenever we get an opportunity, whenever we get a sit down with them, and see if we can do some mindset talk, see if we can boost their mindset. Okay. The another thing that in some of the other legs, where the groups are stagnant, where that much growth is happening, we do a lot of night outs where we give them a lot of belief, build their dreams. In some groups there might be this where some strategy might be lacking. Okay. We do a lot of strategy session, we clear their mental cookies and stuff. In some group where the leader might get stuck, okay, and might need help. So we want to sit down with them one-on-one. We want to sit down one-on-one, do some brainstorming, mind mapping sessions. So these things, basically these things we usually work out in building this part. Back to Soman Mansi. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Pradeep and Alicia. We are running short of time. So real quick, then Rukesh, and momentum. That means we have seen humongous momentum in the team. Pradeep and Alicia also touched upon that. So how do we create, the momentum in the team? What do you guys do? You can share some of your examples as well of this testimony. If you can share real quick, that would be really great. Rukesh and me.
Thank you so much, Mansi, for this amazing topic, and we are privileged to share this screen with our own appliance. And thank you, Rashmi and Smita and entire global leadership for giving us this opportunity. And definitely, momentum starts from within. And when do we know that we have a momentum? It's when we feel that something is happening inside us. To feel something is happening, we should be having a positive thoughts. So that, and momentum is built mentally before it's built physically. So if mental momentum is what leads us to personal momentum, and eventually help us to have a group momentum. For us, initially, when we didn't have a team as well, and also when we lost the momentum in the team, few things that really helped us was, first thing was self-talk. Always says that speaking what we want even when we don't have, and we used to speak that we have a humming team, we have a most united team, we are a launching machine, we are being able to launch people left, right, and center. And that type of self-talk really used to give us a confidence and motivation to move ahead as well. And also we always used to speak on a faith, and still remember Rukesh always used to draw 6 legs each and every time even when we didn't have a team as well. And the second thing that really helped us was association, plugging into all the weekly and monthly association, and also of major functions. Because even it has helped us to move ahead when nothing was happening, because even business wasn't growing at that point of time. We always felt that we are growing as a person. And third thing that really helped us was revisiting our own why, because getting a clearer why and also a reason of building the business has always helped us to have a personal momentum alive, because we always believe in the principle of conceive, believe, and achieve. We pasted everything in our vision board and revisited every day so that it can help us to move ahead. And fourth thing that really help us is enjoying the journey itself rather than destination. We focus on those things and focus on people rather than profit first, and putting the work every day, not just in a couple of weeks or a month. And it always made us feel that something is happening because we are moving as a person. And that's the reason we started having a group momentum eventually and moving on.
Yeah, personal momentum is definitely built because we are having now mental momentum, right? Eventually, that personal momentum is going to be transferred to group momentum. So to do that, as I think Pradeep Elcha was sharing, becoming that example for the team. How we can do that is by ourselves qualifying for that 20 process appointment club, eventually qualifying for 20 board plans a month club, right? So that people, whoever we are working with, our entire team, they can see and then they can duplicate the same, because it's not what we say, it's what we do that is going to be duplicated in the team, right? So the next thing that we learned in our initial days when we initially qualified for 300 PV with 6% as ourselves is first to learn how to break that 6%. And that is the primary momentum starter for us. And like, it's not just building momentum, but it's about continuing that momentum month after month. Like, that is the differentiator between a good team and a great team, right? So being able to break that 6% pockets month after month after month, and also not only breaking that 6%, but eventually helping those people to qualify for 3 and 6 and eventually 6 and 15, so that that momentum is being continued. But to do that, we ourselves moving ahead and qualifying for 630 and 650 ourselves, so that eventually our team sees and they rise up to 3-6 and 615s. So I think we'll pass it back to Som and Mansi. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much, everyone. There was a lot of nuggets there, and we'll pass it back to Ben and Mohammed.
This is a copyrighted program of The Collective, powered by Markham Man Productions, affiliated with Markham